Guys, we're here in the Hall of Fame, the couples all around the room, and another potential wannabe guy about to pick his place on the wall. Jim, how you doing, brother?
Doing well, Mark. How are you?
It's awesome.
Happy to be here.
I know you are. Crazy happy to be here.
Wow.
And it's been a journey, and it's really kind of fun to see you enjoying this so much. So let's start all the way back from the beginning.
Okay.
You're back at home. Tell the guys where you're from and how you first heard about Dream Connections, this whole thing.
Okay, I'm from the great state of West Virginia, almost heaven. Go Mountaineers. And I actually discovered Dream Connections many years ago when it was Mark running everything by himself.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been off and on the email list for years. I thought, oh, maybe not. But as the years progressed, life got in the way, and I didn't sign up right away. But during the lockdown, I had a realization. I'm alone, and dogs can't talk back to you.
Well, that sucks.
Well, I don't know.
Dogs aren't too bad. I understand, but
They're not, but I'd be afraid of what they say sometimes.
I hear you.
But anyway, I realized I was alone, and a woman I was talking with back in the U.S., things were going okay, but it's that whole one mess up and you're out type of deal.
Wow.
So in July, I think it was, I saw an email from Dream Connections where it was you and Arena were introducing the VQT. I thought, well, you know what? I'll check it out. It doesn't cost anything to check it out.
Right.
And I watched the videos and I saw the introduction and I thought, you know what? I said, this is something I've got to sign up for at some point. I said, it's not as high of a risk as the traditional tour. Now, the traditional tours would be cool, yes, but I thought for me, the best would be the VQT, the Virtual Quest Tour.
So you got on there, and I don't know if the guys understand what happens during the process. So you say, I want to sign up, and walk you guys through your experience on your end, what happened at each step.
Okay, well, I just for a while decided to just simply hang out with the tribe, see their success stories, actually witness them as they happen. And I saw a few success stories. I thought, well, at some point I'm going to have to at least put down the deposit, because the rule of thumb is put your deposit down first. That'll get you a general admission ticket into everything.
Well, it gets the ball rolling. Momentum is your best friend.
Oh, absolutely. And on my birthday last November, I thought, well, I'm going to put my deposit down.
Sure.
I called Chris. I ran a couple things by him, and we put the deposit down. And you're right, momentum is your best friend, because after that, I became more involved with the tribe. I signed up for Total Man Club, which, if you can swing it, do it. Because you'll get stuff from the Ukraine Live on Saturdays and the Monday Tribe Talks that you won't always get on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is, as I got more involved, I thought, well, you know what? 2021 is going to be the year, because I can't think of anyone outside of Jeff Bezos that had a nice year in 2020.
Yeah. No, good point.
Right. So 2021, I had a rough 2020 outside of COVID anyway. So I just thought 2021 is going to be a complete 180. And people will see the price, and initially it'll intimidate them, but you can work out your own payment plan. If you can only afford X amount for 1 month and another amount for a different month, do it. Talk to Chris. He'll set up a custom payment plan for you. But when I made that final payment, it was go time.
Yeah. Then what happened?
Well, then Julia emailed me and told me that she wanted to talk to me over Skype, and we had a conversation, and it was nice. And then she said, well, submit a list. She said, I'll do my own list, and I'll submit you a romance coach. I thought, I wonder which one I'll get. She assigned Oya to me, and I tell you what, folks, Oya has been a gem. She knows how to handle me. She gets my humor. She knows I'm a bit of a smart ass, and she can, not only can she
dish it out.
She can, oh my God, there's quite a few romance coaches that can dish it out, guys, so just be prepared. And then we started talking, and Oya asked me, when do you want to start? I was in the middle of a move back in March, and I thought, well, let me at least get my stuff moved into my apartment. There's still some stuff I haven't unpacked yet.
Okay.
Maybe that's what the lady will eventually do for me, is help me unpack. And early April, I think it was right after March Madness, the VQT began.
Wow.
And I want to tell our brothers in the U.S., especially, Eastern, all the time zones, you better be prepared to wake up early for this, because while it's morning at home, It's already evening here.
Afternoon,
They're off
evening.
from work. They're tired, but they're making an effort to at least meet you. The ladies are.
They do. Yeah. So how many dates did you have online, and what was it like to have a 3-way Zoom date?
There were 14 total dates. I mean,
Wow.
Either you can cram them into 2 weeks, or you can stretch them out as your schedule permits. I got lucky. My schedule, even though I'm a contractor, was still pretty consistent. And it was different having Zoom dates because during quarantine, I tried to avoid Zoom calls and video calls as long as I could.
Oh, it got crazy, man. People are hating life over Zoom. Yeah, go ahead.
I know, but you know what? I mean, COVID was starting to clear up a little bit. I mean, well, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
And it was nice having Olya to translate for me. And all the Zoom dates were at least an hour.
Wow, cool.
And she really made it an effort to make me look good. Your romance coaches will go to the mat for you guys. Now, if there's a woman you absolutely want to date, she will basically pester them until they either say yes or no. They are there for you. They are your friend.
That's cool. So how did it work out to the one you're seeing now? Tell me about this progress. I got to hear.
Okay, well, all you had to go back and find more ladies because we've already worked through the initial list. And there were a couple that I wrote off because, well, I'm 36 and some of them are in their mid-20s. I initially wrote them off, but I said, okay, I'll have a date with this one. And there was already another woman that we were working on a third date, but when I had this first date with the lady I'm over here seeing now, we clicked right away. She understood my humor.
Yeah.
She even picked up on a little bit of my sarcasm, which is a plus.
Yeah.
And it's just one thing led to another. Me and this lady had a total of 5 Zoom dates.
Wow.
So it was almost half of my Zoom dates.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and our last date was actually the finale dinner. I cooked noodleless lasagna. For those of you on keto, you know the struggle. I actually had the lady, I had her send some roses and some sushi. She likes seafood way more than I do. But if she comes to America, she'll love crab cakes.
Wow. Okay, frame this for a second, guys. Catch this picture, okay? Because originally when we first introduced this, we got a lot of criticism because there's other companies out there who do video chat, which is really unreliable. There's no romance coach there to mentor it. And a lot of these are just paid people to be there professionally. So in this case, you've got a romance coach who's got your back. We're setting up dates with legitimate ladies who really want the same thing. Your dates are monitored. Those other companies, none of them have monitored dates with this third-party romance coach on the call with you. And as you build that, always giving you tips on how to make this work. But to me, this is such a great story. And I love this idea of being able to go ahead and plan a dinner together over Skype and ordering food for her to have so the two of you have this connection. I just think that is so cool and so different. And so I appreciate that story because I keep trying to, without somebody actually doing this, to get a visual of what this is like and what things you can do and how you can build genuine romantic interest over a Zoom call, people don't get. And the $2,500 price tag, in the scope of life, I mean, I still get calls from guys spending them at $4,000, $10,000, $20,000. One said $40,000 on these other sites and got nothing from it. And you're really dealing with real ladies. And the outcomes, we just keep, all the time, we're getting guys coming here now to visit their lady. And we love the group tours too, but the system works. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yes. You mentioned earlier how the dates are monitored. Your romance coach will also keep notes on the ladies because I had a second date with another lady. I couldn't remember a thing about her. And I texted Olya. I'm like, hey, do you remember this about so-and-so? And she said, yes.
I got it.
She said, relax, I got it.
You got all the notes,
And, well, I didn't go past the second date with that one, but you know what? Who cares? It seems like so far everything's working out.
Yeah.
And it is worth the flight to come over. It is worth the 9 hours from work I went from Boston to Istanbul.
Yeah.
And
that's easy.
It really was. I mean, load your phone up with either audiobooks or podcasts because that flight will pass by just like that.
I always watch a movie on the flight, but they always have that onboard entertainment. But what I'm always curious about, to me, if I'm in the position of a guy thinking about this, okay, I've got somebody, you have 5 dates, you're building this great energy, this is like really fun, and you're both kind of excited about each other, and now you land and you meet in person for the first time. Was it the same? Was it different? How did you feel? How was your energy together when you finally met in person?
Well, as I explained to her, I said, this is actually happening. This is not a dream anymore, so maybe I should stop pinching myself.
Yeah.
Because I actually had her in my arms.
Yeah.
And I could feel my heart rate. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I even took a peek at my Apple Watch to see there it is.
Your heart rate?
Yeah, and it was funny how it all worked out with this lady, because I'm going to just, another tip. There's a huge time difference between the U.S. and Nikolaev. Just get that right now, fellas. Huge time difference. It's 7 hours.
7 hours, yeah.
7 to 10, depending on where you are in the U.S. More if you're in Hawaii or Alaska. But I woke up at 3 o'clock one night. Well, it was just one of those, had to go to the bathroom, came back, checked my phone. Oh, you sent me a text. She said, hey, Jim, I just received a message from the lady. She is interested in you. I just replied, well, let's give her a second date then. Because if you wake up early in the morning and see messages from your romance coach, don't be alarmed.
That's cool. That's really cool. Well, to balance that, obviously I live with this every day of my life, that I'm here in Ukraine. So for me, I do my business from basically like 4 in the afternoon, until 11 at night. And that catches everybody over there from like 8 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. Right. So it's a pretty easy connection schedule with the US. So if you're doing your dates that are on weekends or mornings, that's really easy. If the lady can't be available till night, then you're getting up, what would that be? If she's not at night, no, that's just morning. That's morning. In fact, that's mid-morning.
Yes.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah,
so maybe noon.
Yeah, almost time for lunch at that point.
Yeah, lunch. So it's not that big of a deal. The adjustment's really not that hard. And certainly, is it worth it?
I believe it was worth every minute.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. But this to me is another great point. It's like anything great, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Mm-hmm. And to me, I honestly believe this is one of the factors, not the top factors, but one of the factors our marriages are so successful is because the extra effort both parties put into making it happen creates value for it. They always say you pay more for something, you appreciate it more. I think that same thing goes with effort. And when you put some effort out, and if it's getting up a different time zone, or paying $2,500, then you've invested into it and you appreciate it more. Mm-hmm. And then when you come across the world, you get somebody with a different experience, they're finding what both people want, and you appreciate it more. And honestly, I think that's got to be one of the greatest gifts. All these gurus today are talking about gratitude. Every day you start out with gratitude, things like this. But I think when you put that much investment and you realize the different kind of caliber of woman it is, the different caliber of the relationship, how you feel loved, you feel attention, you get this energy, you appreciate it more. And when you both appreciate each other more, you live in that state of the honeymoon phase, so much longer in your life. And you don't get into that taking it for granted thing. You realize, man, I invested into this, and now the payoff is great.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me how it's been since you've been here now. How many days and what have you been doing?
Oh, my God. I got here Sunday, and we went out to dinner right away. And it was just, we were just all clicking. I was clicking with my lady. The romance coaches clicked with my lady. The romance coach is clicking with me. If everyone's clicking, then everything's going to
You're
go
having a
well.
great time. You're just having fun.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. That Monday, she had to go back to her town for work-related issue, but she got back. And so during Monday, me and the romance coach we went out as friends and we had fun. That's the time to really get to know your romance coach if something like that happens. Do not take any opportunity for granted. Yeah. If your lady can't be around for a day, don't sweat it. Let's see here. We went to the zoo yesterday. That was fun.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. And we went on a grand tour of Nikolaev. Saw some shipyards, the abandoned shipyards, the factory. The abandoned shipyards sort of remind me of the abandoned steel mills and coal mines back home.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. We ate at your favorite restaurant, Mafia, a couple times.
Yeah.
That's good food.
Yeah.
Actually had a pizza. I was like, okay, pizza review time.
Yeah. It's so interesting to me because these restaurants here, it's like they'll serve pizza and sushi.
Yeah.
And steak. And it's like, make up your mind, right? But everything's that. Hey, at least that one thing, it's like McDonald's where it's sitting on a shelf somewhere. Everything is fresh made. And honestly, it's organic. They don't have the money here and they're farmers to spend the money on those pesticides and things. So everything here you eat.
That's one thing I've noticed. The food is really fresh and delicious.
And, it's funny because they tease me about this, but even the vegetables compared to America, they have flavor. You're going, oh my gosh,
yeah.
this is really tasty. Anyway, I don't
think or two about food.
That's okay. I don't want to go down the food path. But so, how's it going so far? What do you think is going to go from here?
Well, we're already talking about our second get together, whether it'll be in the fall or around Christmas. And she made the point. She said Christmas is too long to wait, and I agree. So she's going to plan a vacation in the fall, and we got to figure out something that works around my schedule.
Sure.
Fall is my busiest time of year.
I understand.
Both professionally and recreationally, with football and everything. And but I will come out here and see her when she wants me to. I mean, we're going to make it work one way or the other.
Fantastic.
We've already discussed little things about the future, like are we going to have a dog? And she's already picked out a name for the dog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we did the chocolate master class. That was fun.
Yeah.
Guys, listen to the instructor on the chocolate master class. Don't mess it up like I did.
That's fun.
And we did the painting yesterday. She actually painted a picture of a cartoon that looked like one of my dogs back home.
Oh.
And I painted her a little island with palm trees. It wasn't perfect, but it was done by me.
Yeah.
To her, that's what mattered. And to
It's
me,
art. Yeah.
And I told her right at the beginning, I said, your picture's going to be way better than mine.
Yeah.
And I knew it because she's a little artsy in that way, and I appreciate that about her.
But it shows effort too. How many guys do any drawings or pictures for their girls?
Unless
I think
they're
it's pretty
stick
cool.
figures trying to pass the time.
Yeah, that could be. When I was in high school, right? Pass notes and draw little stick figures. That's kind of cute too.
Yeah.
No, this is great, Jim.
And this morning we actually were signed up. Our romance coach booked a massage for us. No perverts, not that kind of massage.
No, not here. They're all good. They're all professional massage places here.
It was fantastic. And then afterwards, you're given a hot drink to just relax.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. And now
How much longer are you here?
I leave Sunday.
Sunday. Wow. It's going to come fast.
Oh my God, yes. I mean, this week's already flown by. It's just wow. And I'm looking forward to my return trip.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll crank up some Back in Black or something.
Yeah. That'd be great.
By the official Dream Connections band, by the way.
That's right. Well, that's great, brother. Man, I'm excited for you, and this is such a great journey, and thanks for sharing with the guys. Guys, you really just have no excuse. You wanted this in your heart, you wouldn't be watching. Go make it yours. Like the previous Jim said, one guy after another kept saying his story. You realize, well, someday it'll be my story. Someday it'll be your story. And the benefit is you'll have somebody beautiful and feminine who's nuts about you and cures that loneliness forever. So do the profile for him and let us have a free conversation with you and see if it works for you. But Jim, thanks again, brother.
Hey, not a problem.
I'm so happy to be part of your life. Man, this is great. Join the great adventure, guys. Thanks again.